99% of English learners fail this everyday house vocabulary test. Are you confident enough to prove you belong in the top 1%? Let's find out. 1. Where do you usually bake a cake? The oven is an enclosed compartment used specifically for baking and roasting. A stove refers to the top surface used for cooking with pots and pans. A microwave heats food using radiation, which is not ideal for traditional baking, and a toaster is only used to brown sliced bread. 2. What tool is traditionally used to sweep dust off the floor? A broom is a brush with a long handle designed specifically for sweeping dry floors. A mop uses water to wash the floor, a vacuum uses electronic suction, and a sponge is a handheld item used for wiping wet surfaces. 3. You need to keep meat cold so it does not spoil. You should put it in the A refrigerator keeps perishable food cold to prevent spoilage. Cupboards, pantries, and cabinets are all dry storage areas meant for keeping non-perishable goods at room temperature. 4. After washing your hands, you dry them with a towel is a piece of thick, absorbent cloth used for drying oneself. A napkin is a small piece of cloth or paper for wiping the mouth at a meal. A blanket is a bed covering for warmth. And a rug is a floor covering. 5. The flat work surface in a kitchen where you prepare meals is called a counter or countertop is the flat horizontal surface built into kitchen cabinets specifically designed for food preparation. A sink is the basin for washing. A drawer is a sliding storage compartment, and a shelf is used for stacking items. 6. Which tool do you use to remove the skin from potatoes? A peeler is a hand tool with a slotted blade used for removing the outer skin of vegetables and fruits. A grater shreds food into small pieces. A blender liquidizes ingredients. And a whisk is used to beat air into liquids. 7. The room primarily designed for sleeping is the The bedroom is the designated room containing a bed where people sleep. The living room is a common area for relaxing. The dining room is for eating meals. And the bathroom is for personal hygiene. 8. To keep warm at night, you cover yourself with a blanket is a large piece of woolen or woven material used as a covering on a bed for warmth. A pillow supports the head. A mattress is the padded base you sleep on, and a cushion is a soft pad for sitting. 9. You use a sharp knife to vegetables into small, uniform squares. To dice is a specific culinary term meaning to cut food into small cubes or squares. Stirring means mixing with a spoon. Boiling is cooking in bubbling water. And pouring is causing liquid to flow from a container. 10. Where do you wash dirty plates and cups in the kitchen? A kitchen sink is a bowl-shaped plumbing fixture used for washing dishes and food. A bathtub is a large container for bathing people. A toilet is for human waste. And a basin typically refers to a smaller bowl in a bathroom for washing hands. 11. The machine above the stove that pulls away smoke and cooking smells is called an An extractor fan, also known as a range hood, removes airborne grease, fumes, smoke, and heat from the air above the stove. An air conditioner cools room temperature. An electric fan circulates existing air, and a humidifier adds moisture. 12. If you want to protect your counter from knife cuts, you should use a chopping board is a durable board placed on a surface to protect it from blade damage while cutting food. A plate is a dish for eating. A platter is a large dish for serving. And a tray is a flat container for carrying items. 13. After scrubbing the dishes with soap, you must rinse them with clean water. To rinse means to wash something in clean water to remove soap, dirt, or impurities. Soaking means leaving items fully submerged in water. Scrubbing means rubbing hard with friction to clean. And wiping means drying a surface with a cloth. 14. A deep, bowl-shaped spoon with a long handle used for serving soup or stew is a ladle is specifically designed with a deep bowl and long handle for reaching into deep pots to serve liquid dishes. A teaspoon is for stirring drinks or measuring small amounts. A spatula is for spreading or lifting flat foods, and tongs are for gripping objects. 15. The space or room directly underneath the roof of a house, often used for storage, is the attic is the space or room at the very top of a house, just under the roof framework. The basement and cellar are located below ground level. And the garage is a separate or attached shelter built for vehicles. 16. Which utensil is used to grip and lift objects, such as turning meat on a hot grill? Tongs consist of two movable arms joined at one end, used for picking up, holding, and turning things. A fork is a pronged eating utensil. A skewer is a sharp pin for holding meat pieces together, and chopsticks are pared sticks used for eating. 17. A paved outdoor area adjoining a house, typically used for dining or recreation. A patio is a paved outdoor area situated directly on the ground adjoining a house. A balcony is an elevated platform projecting from an upper wall. A porch is a covered shelter at the entrance of a building. And a driveway is a private road for vehicles. 18. What is the large, heavy appliance used to clean clothes? A washing machine is the standard appliance designed to wash clothing and textiles using water and detergent. A dishwasher cleans tableware. A tumble dryer applies heat and air to dry wet clothes, and an iron uses heat to press wrinkles out of fabric. 19. A small piece of furniture usually located immediately next to a bed is called a nightstand or bedside table is a small table or cabinet designed to hold a lamp, clock, or personal items right beside a bed. A wardrobe is a tall closet for hanging clothes. A dresser contains multiple drawers for clothing, and a bookshelf holds books. 20. A piece of fabric hung to cover a window and block out light is a _____. A curtain is a piece of material suspended at the top to form a screen, typically hung at a window to block light or ensure privacy. A rug covers the floor. A tapestry is a thick, decorative wall hanging, and upholstery refers to the fabric covering furniture. 21. A bowl with small holes in it, used for washing vegetables or draining water from boiled pasta. A colander is a perforated bowl used specifically to strain off liquid from cooked food or washed vegetables. A sieve has a fine wire mesh used for separating coarse, dry particles from fine ones. A funnel guides liquid into small openings, and a mortar is for crushing hard spices. 22. To cook food rapidly in hot oil or fat in a shallow pan is 2. Frying is the cooking process of placing food in hot oil or fat to cook it quickly and give it a crisp exterior. Boiling submerges food in bubbling water. Steaming uses hot water vapor. And baking uses dry, ambient heat in an oven. 23. The decorative and protective paneling fixed to the wall behind a kitchen sink or stove. A backsplash is a vertical panel positioned behind a sink or stove that protects the wall from water splashes and grease stains. A baseboard runs along the bottom of an interior wall. Molding is decorative ceiling or wall trim. And wainscoting is wooden paneling on the lower half of a wall. 24. A broad, flat, flexible blade used to mix, spread, or lift material including foods like pancakes. A spatula features a broad, flat, and flexible blade used to slide under food to lift and flip it. Tongs are hinge tools for gripping. A whisk consists of wire loops used for batting air into liquids, and a cleaver is a heavy, rectangular knife used to chop meat and bone. 25. The horizontal timber or stone at the bottom of a doorway that you step across when entering a house. The threshold is the strip of wood, metal, or stone forming the bottom of a doorway that a person crosses to enter. A lintel is the horizontal structural beam at the top of a door. A sill usually refers to the bottom ledge of a window, and the frame is the entire surrounding border. 26. To remove the thin outer skin from a fruit or vegetable using a small knife is to it. To pare means to carefully trim off the very thin outer skin or peel of something, often using a specialized paring knife. Coring means removing the tough central part containing seeds. Grating means shredding into tiny fragments, and slicing means cutting into thin, flat pieces. 27. A window built to project outward from an exterior wall, creating a small alcove inside the room. A bay window is a window space projecting outward from the main walls of a building, forming a bay in the room. A skylight is set into the roof. A dormer projects vertically from a sloping roof structure. And a sash window consists of sliding vertical or horizontal glass panels. 28. An ornamental frill or fabric border hung around the base of a bed to conceal the space beneath it. A valance, also commonly known as a bed skirt, is a decorative piece of fabric used to conceal the box spring and the empty space under the bed. A canopy is an overhead roof or structure hung above a bed, while a duvet and a quilt are different types of thick bed coverings used for warmth. 29. A strong, heavy bowl in which substances like garlic or hard spices are crushed with a pestle. A mortar is the heavy, durable bowl used alongside a club-shaped tool called a pestle to crush and grind ingredients into a paste or powder. A croûte is a small glass bottle for serving oil or vinegar. A ramekin is a small ceramic baking dish. And a carafe is a container for serving wine or water. 30. The trough fixed along the edge of the roof of a building designed to collect and divert rainwater. A gutter is a shallow channel or trough fixed directly beneath the edge of a roof for carrying off rainwater to prevent structural damage. Shingles are the overlapping tiles covering the roof. Eaves are the edges of the roof that overhang the face of the wall. And a chimney vents exhaust gases and smoke.